What's up? It's Mark coming back, and today we're going to talk about, do I need to be using a protein powder or a protein supplement or a smoothie base, we'll call it, in my day. Again, personally, you know my opinion. I'm a fan. I like it. I recommend it to a lot of my clients. And the thing that I see for most people, unfortunately, is that as we age, we don't eat enough protein to kind of satisfy our muscle mass in our days. And the second thing, I think for most people, we notice that our digestive capacity kind of goes down a little bit as we age. So sometimes we don't eat as much protein as we maybe used to because it doesn't make us feel overly well when we consume it. So at the end of the day, that doesn't mean that you should not eat enough protein. Again, your body mass, the muscles and ligaments and tendons and skin and all those different things that are built on protein, we need to kind of make sure we're eating enough of that in our diet to kind of sustain where we are. And especially if you're at that position where you want to start doing some things to change your body's physique and change how your muscles are performing and keep them from having, pain and slow to recover and all those different things. You want to keep aging gracefully. We have to make sure we kind of hit our targets on getting enough protein in our days. So basically a rough equation is you basically want to take your body weight and then basically multiply that by 0.75. That number will be basically how many grams of protein you should kind of shoot for in your diet. And again, it's a rough estimate. It's not like, nobody's holding a gun to your head to say, eat that much protein. But it's a great rule of thumb to kind of follow for basically how much protein you might need in the run of a day. Some people go to the point where they go, my body weight, and then I take that many grams of protein as well. So like a 1-to-1 ratio. And I think that's fine too. But I think 0.75 is the number that seems to be, works the best for most people. It makes it achievable at that point. So do you need a protein shake? If you're at that point where you're asking yourself that question, then the protein shake is, you want to really look at your diet before you look at your protein shake. So basically, with every single meal that you're consuming, are you getting your fist size portion of protein? And is that coming from various different sources? Are you getting that from meat or beans, and are you getting it from fish? Are you getting it from chicken? Are you getting it from shrimp? Most people, in my experience, eat basically 4 different sources of protein throughout the week. So if you can kind of do a look and a deep dive there on some of the other foods you might be able to incorporate into your diet to kind of see where you can get more protein sources and more protein in your day, that's probably step number 1. But if you're at that point where we might not eat as much as we don't have enough room to kind of eat as much food as we want to. So, I can't eat that much, Mark. So at this point in the game, maybe getting that protein shake in your diet might not be a bad idea. And for me, I view protein shake like a meal replacement. I don't just want you to get protein. I want you to get those fats. I want you to get those vegetables. I want you to get those fruits. I want you to use the smoothie as a vessel to carry your nutrition. And I think that's a better way to view it. So if you have a protein powder that you're putting inside of your blender, I want to see you really kind of make sure you're getting all those fruits and vegetables and all those good, healthy quality fats. That's more important to me than worrying about what type of protein powder that you have. So personally, I'm a fan. You can use them as snacks. You can use them as breakfast. You can use them as lunch. Whatever the case may be, I'm a fan of using those to kind of make sure you're kind of ticking off those boxes and keeping your nutrition as high as we possibly can keep it. I think that's the way that we use protein powders, not just this break that mindset of protein powder means bodybuilding. Yes, there's protein powders used in almost every competitive sport and every different type of bodybuilding. But at the end of the day, you have to sometimes break those chains down and think that this is a way that I can get more nutrition packed inside my day rather than I'm just consuming protein shakes hand over fist. So do you need them? Answer the question for yourself. If you're at that point where you're struggling with getting enough protein, a protein source in a smoothie is a very simple, easy, effective way to get that protein source back up to the reputable amount that you need. So if you want to try it for a month, probably see how you feel. Do some things change when you kind of get those right levels of protein? The answer to that is probably yes. So if you're on the fence on that, hope this video kind of helped you break down a little bit of, should you be consuming protein powders or not? In my next video, I'm going to walk through some of the sources of protein powders so you can choose the right one for you should you need to make that decision. Thanks for tuning in. Talk soon.